Hi everyone, welcome back to Megarasa. Today we are going to make a delicious tofu dish, namely Tahu Telor Petis. So what is Tahu Telor Petis actually? You all know tofu, of course. Nowadays it can also be found everywhere. And telor means eggs in Indonesian, so it is tofu with eggs and shrimp paste. That is this. Shrimp paste is Indonesian shrimp paste and delicious. But that is indeed quite different from a trassi. This has a texture similar to that of apple syrup. So it also looks like apple syrup, but it is made from shrimp, from cooked shrimp. Well, we are going to start right away with the tofu and we are going to cut it into cubes. We are going to cut this into small cubes. You can make others a little bit more larger, but I find it a little more delicious when all the pieces are small. And then I have here, we are going to pre-cut everything first. I have celery here. We're going to chop that too. And we will only use this at the end for the garnish, so to speak. This dish is incredibly delicious, especially because of the fresh flavor that it offers. The addition of a small amount of green onions enhances the taste even further, providing a subtle yet delightful hint of freshness and a slight crunch that complements the overall flavor profile perfectly. I have washed these. I don't need much of it, you know. And that's done. And now I have 3 eggs that we are going to break. To enhance the flavor of the dish, I carefully sprinkle a small amount of salt, ensuring it is evenly distributed. Following that, I add a touch of pepper, which brings a subtle heat and depth to the overall taste. Just whisk it a little bit more, just a little more, until it's just right. It is indeed really a very easy dish to make. It is really delicious to try if you are thinking, what should I do with the tofu? Well, like this then. And now we slowly and carefully add the cubes of tofu to the eggs. The tofu is now thoroughly and gently mixed with the eggs, and we are going to fry it very soon. Actually, it's a kind of omelette, and while I do that, I make the sauce. And yes, then we go. We'll take a look in a moment. If you like the video so far, don't forget to like it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. And also press the bell icon so you will be notified when I make something delicious again. And if you think, okay, what have I done now? It's all good because all the recipes are on my site, megarasa.com. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Well, okay. Then let's bake this deliciousness. Well, I just have my cooking plate ready again, and now we are going to put oil in the pan. The pan is warm. And then we slowly, gently, and carefully mix the eggs and the tofu in the pan. So I believe I think something higher. to divide a little. It has cooled down a little bit, but that's absolutely all right for those who are just joining my channel. I have a new induction cooktop, so this is the second time I am using it. Yesterday we delicious chicken cache made, so you all should check that out too because it's super tasty. Well, it's warming up and I just put the lid on. This way the top will also be nicely cooked. Meanwhile, we will make the sauce. And right here I have a single clove of garlic, and now I'm just simply going to actually peel it. We are going to put that in the mortar pestle. This is the Indonesian mortar. The pestle and the mortar. Well, we have a bit of a clove of garlic, and then we have sambal oelek. You can definitely, of course, use fresh pepper or cabai rawit. Today, I'm going to take a slightly different approach than usual. Instead of adhering strictly to the standard measurements that I typically follow, I'm deciding to make a small exception. For this particular part of the recipe, I will be using exactly 1 teaspoon. This little adjustment is just a minor deviation from the norm, but it should work perfectly for what I have in mind. Sambal oelek. If you like it a little bit spicy, you can of course use a bit more, or even more. And then the shrimp paste, also known as petis, which is a traditional Indonesian condiment. It is made from fermented ground shrimp or krill mixed with salt. This ingredient is essential in many Southeast Asian dishes. I use about 1 tablespoon. Look, you can see the structure. It really looks more like apple syrup. It is also like the trasi, made from shrimp. Only with fermented shrimp paste is it indeed made from the fermented shrimp. Let's see, just checking. Yes, it's bubbling now, so that's very nice. I will lower it a little. So, and here I have very comfortably warm water. I just boiled it a moment ago, and we will add it in a little while. But I will indeed chop this very finely, mainly the garlic and also the onions as well. Yes, it looks very much like apple syrup. You can of course also use a kitchen machine for this, but I thought I would show you guys once with a real mortar pestle. So the real Indonesian mortar. Okay, we are going to use that garlic. It really needs to be, it can be made very finely ground. Well, that's of course easy because you can see the white pieces. That should not be visible later. The current state of the mixture is visually pleasing and meets our expectations. After this initial assessment, the subsequent step in our process is to gently and meticulously incorporate the peanut butter into the mixture. I have the jar of peanut butter right here with me, ready to be incorporated into our recipe. I have simply chosen peanut butter. Of course, you can also use freshly roasted peanuts, but peanut butter is of course just a bit easier. And if you use or buy peanut butter, look at the label on the back. So you know that it is really 100% roasted, like peanuts exist indeed, so not all E-numbers or palm oil. This is definitely the tastiest, just really roasted peanuts. Let's see, I'll just do a little bit. Mix. It naturally becomes thicker right away. In the meantime, I'm just going to take a quick look. Well, good. Just a moment. And then we have the deliciously rich and aromatic sweet soy sauce. Let's take a closer look at this situation in detail. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we have one more, which makes it 4 in total. This is an interesting sequence to observe and analyze. Each number represents a step in our process, and understanding this sequence is crucial. Yes, I usually just actually make this recipe by feel, so I make it actually never, if so, 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons. I just do it, yes, by hand. But yes, now I naturally have to make it up to you. But yes, if you all are thinking, okay, what were the ingredients again? And then I will of course look back at everything later, and then I will just set everything up properly. My website, that is megarasa.com, there are all the recipes. And if you, of course, I just found my incredible, exciting and engaging YouTube channel, so don't forget to definitely subscribe for more amazing content. And also like this video. Well, I have boiled water here and I just added it because I just want to have a really good sauce thickness. Right now it's still a little bit too thick. I just need to stir carefully and gently for just a little bit more. The sauce is carefully mixed, so now I will taste it. It's tasty, but I still think there should be more fermented shrimp paste in it. Initially, I started by adding just 1 tablespoon of the ingredient to the mixture. After that, I decided to add a little more, approximately half a tablespoon, to enhance the flavor. This brings the total amount to 1.5 tablespoons, which should be just right for the recipe. And then I just add a little bit of 1 teaspoon of sweet soy sauce. And then just a little bit more of water, just a little bit more. And then mix slowly, gently and thoroughly. Everything is already very thoroughly and completely well mixed. And the garlic is indeed also extremely well mixed. Indeed. Also gemengd. Now you can actually mix all the ingredients thoroughly and nicely with a spoon. And what I have here also is, here are the bean sprouts, and we are going to briefly blanch them in boiling water for just a few seconds. Well, you know, the sauce is almost ready. I have just pre-cooked water. And we are just going to blanch them quickly. Just a few seconds. Bean sprouts in very briefly. Yes, that is definitely it. 3, 4, counting. So, take it out again. The pot is too small. Let it drain for a moment. And then we are going to take a look. I can, of course, just flip it like this, but I am going to do something dangerous. No, this is not a frying pan. Actually, I need to have a frying pan. Here it goes. 1, 2. A little egg there, but that's okay. I managed to do it. So, if you dare, at home, keep that in mind. You can make a mess, but yes, it can get dirty. but well, I managed to do it. There is no need for a lid, and it's almost completely ready. Then we can finally serve. It's not that bad. My husband was a bit scared behind the camera, but I succeeded. The tofu egg is ready, the sauce is ready, and we have blanched the bean sprouts. And then we can serve it now. I just flipped the tofu egg, but if you all thinking, okay, I'm not going to do that, don't do it, especially not. It can also be dangerous. You can do it if you are sure that you can, and if you think, okay, I'm going to, we don't do that. Then you can just cut it into pieces, so that's a reminder. It can be dangerous, of course. Well, here we have a nice tofu egg. And then we have the bean sprouts. Place them top. We are using everything. And then delicious sauce on top. This is different. By the way, it is delicious with warm white rice. Or with compressed rice cake, sticky rice. And if you don't know what that is, I'll show that next time. And indeed, of course, as well, the leaf celery. Or if you don't have it, leaf parsley is also good. As for the spring onions, I really love that. That looks really cozy. And of course, the fried onions. So, the tofu egg with petis is ready. It was easy to make, right? Let's try this. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. And of course, if you I just discovered my video channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, press the bell icon. And if you think, okay, what did she put in all of this? You don't remember anymore. No trying. Below is a direct link to the recipe. And yes, check out my Instagram. Follow me. And if you make this dish, tag me and let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Well, enjoy your meal. I'm going to enjoy this. Bye.